You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building from Insecure, Prentice Penny.
Yes, and he's not just from Insecure.
He has his own show right now on True TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Upscale with Prentice Penny.
Upscale with Prentice Penny on True TV.
Yeah, we was gonna
but
get
he's
into
the
that.
showrunner for Insecure.
There we go.
That's a big difference than just being on Insecure. What
Well, tell
exactly
us about
does a
showrunner. Yeah, what does a
showrunner
showrunner do?
Prentice?
So the showrunner basically is in charge of making sure like all the stories lay out. You're in charge of running the writer's room. You're in charge of casting. You're in charge of when you're on the set, making sure the scenes look a certain way.
So you run the show?
Yeah, pretty much from top to bottom. Yeah.
From top
me
to
and
bottom.
Issa. Yeah, me
That's
and
why I'm
Issa.
glad you're here though, because a lot of us black people, they always see us in front of the camera.
Right.
They don't see those of us that are behind the camera making
For
these
sure.
black people shine on camera.
Exactly.
But let's start at the beginning where we first met Prentice.
Yes.
He had his own show on Fuse that we were on.
Nobody ever saw it.
Nobody.
But I want to talk about our history because you did have a show, but it's also a
It
story.
was pre-Empire.
The Hustle.
It was like
It was
it was
Yeah,
like
The Hustle.
2 years and one network ahead of his time.
Yeah.
No, I
But you
will say
believed in
that.
us. He believed in us early
did.
on.
You
He
did.
believed in us
Absolutely.
early
Yeah,
on.
I was dope.
And I will say this is perseverance too, because you could have said, "Damn, my show didn't work out here.
That's real. That's
I'm over
real.
it."
Nah.
But you got to keep it
You
pushing.
got to keep pushing.
Right, and a lot of people who start out in this business, things might not work out the way they anticipate right away.
100%.
But you also wrote for Girlfriends.
I wrote for Girlfriends.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I knew
never
Charlamagne
knew
was
that.
going to get
Yeah,
right.
wrote
Hold on
for
now.
Girlfriends.
Really?
You a big Girlfriends
Huge
fan, right?
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I own every season on DVD.
Really? Are you serious?
I ordered the pack from Target. Absolutely.
You actually still own hardware?
Yes.
Stuff?
He has a VHS tape.
Absolutely. I got every episode. I got every
guy.
season on DVD.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I wrote on that. Scrubs, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, and, now Insecure.
Right. Well, that's incredible. So let's talk about Insecure and how you got to Insecure
sure.
and how all that went down. How did that happen? How did you end up being the showrunner?
Well, I was on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I was doing that, and then I saw Issa got her show picked up by HBO, and I was just like, yo, I don't trust anybody to like mess this show up. It's too special to have a show like that.
So you
know
knew
what I mean?
Issa
You don't
ahead of
trust the
time.
white
No,
people.
I didn't.
You didn't trust the white people with this good black content.
Not at all. You
Yeah.
know how that goes. And then, no, I never met
You know how
Issa.
that
I never met Issa, but we grew up a block over from each other. Didn't didn't even know it. And I wrote her a letter about why I thought I'd be a good showrunner for her. And she and I just hit it off. We just vibed. We just grew up in the same neighborhood, knew similar people, and just hit it off. And then I just, I got what she was trying to do. She got what I was trying to do, and sort of just like linked up that way.
Now I see why Molly has such a Tony Childs vibe then.
It's like Molly. It's like Tony Childs 2.0 a little bit. Yeah.
Is that on purpose or?
No, I just think that character just sort of, like formed out that way, and Yvonne has like a similar vibe to that. And they met weirdly in person, which was weird to see the two of them. I think they were on Instagram together.
I saw that. I
posting
reposted
stuff.
that,
It was
yeah.
like stepping in like the Matrix or something. It was weird to see them two together, but yeah.
Now how the hell do you have time to host your own show when you got Insecure season 2 like right around the corner?
Man, we start filming Monday, so this is a super quick trip for me. It was weird. Again, it wasn't a plan. It wasn't a thought out thing, and I was just sort of into these things in my private life, and then we just started talking about them and maybe doing a show around them. You never see people of color talk about this stuff too. That's my thing. Is like you see Bourdain, some middle-aged white guy sort of talking about these sort of things. That
People of color get robbed when
yeah,
we floss.
exactly. And we travel, and we
Yeah.
do that type of stuff. Like we drink champagne and dress up and do all these things. But I want to see anybody who reflected me and grew up in this culture like that. And it was just sort of happened that way.
That's dope because I'm really into that, and it's usually on CNBC. That's where you can find these type of shows. And you said there's always a bunch of older white guys explaining, houses, luxury things, or whatever it may be. So I think it's dope that we actually have somebody that looks like us explaining these things because we buy these things, we can afford these things, or we just like to be look up and say, you know what, I'm going to save towards these things.
Exactly.
So how did you get into the finer things in life?
Yeah, the name of the show is Upscale.
The name of Upscale.
Should have been called Black and Bougie.
Upscale with Prentice Penny.
Just straight Migos.
So how did you get into the finer things in life?
Weirdly, again, like I said, I was on Girlfriends and I was broke. I was a teacher before I was a writer. So I was
You was a teacher for a little bit.
Really?
Well, no, I went
You
to
had get out
school
the game.
and I studied education, and part of the program was you had to go in and teach the students.
And you got out because it was like, I'm
You
not
know
trying
what?
to do this.
Oddly enough, I felt like it was too early for me. And now look at me.
Now here you are. But no, I didn't know any of this stuff before I got on Girlfriends. Like I started being like exposed to other writers and other people who were making some money and like around things and just being exposed to more. Like I'd never heard of a Whole Foods until I got on Girlfriends. I was like, what's that? Like going to a butcher was like, wait, what's that? So I didn't know any of that stuff, and you just get sort of exposed to more. You get it, like you're around more. You say like, oh, I don't have to go to the grocery store. I can go to a butcher and buy my thing, or like getting a suit made ain't expensive. It's not just for rappers or athletes. You know what I mean? So I
like certain things I don't know. I don't know how to buy a bottle of wine. Like I know if you go somewhere, I should bring a bottle of wine to somebody's house.
My wife's a wine connoisseur.
Anything about wine.
Oh my God, my wife just bought a wine refrigerator and all. I'm like, yeah, and she bought it at school. School auctioned off the wine refrigerator.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but that is something that would be good to know. Like if you go out to dinner and you want to order some wine, I don't know what I'm supposed to drink this wine with this whatever that I order. Or
Break it down for us, Prentice.
Well, we did a segment. It's really like not. It's also like I feel like sometimes with those shows, it's like they're putting their taste on you, right? And this show's not about that. This show is about just saying, hey, you could explore these worlds on your own. I'm not here to tell you like this is the hot this or this is the hot that. It's just saying, hey, this exists. What I like it may not be what you like. You know what I mean? So that's sort of the whole purpose. So like we did an episode about gift giving. It's like everybody's giving a bottle of wine as a gift, but usually you just figure out, is this a $5 friend, a $10 friend? You know what I mean? That's how you buy wine, right?
That's how you really like it. $60 friend.
Right.
Man, go get you some Verdi.
A $5 friend. I don't have no $5 friends. No, I don't. They're not my friends.
Right. And so basically though, we went to a whole thing with like, how do you pick out wine as a gift for somebody? And one thing that the guy said was, he was like, sort of the type of person they are may actually help inform the type of wine they like. So if they're more of a risk taker, are they more adventurous? Are they more like a play it safe kind of person? Because then you can start to buy wine based on their taste. Or if they've been to Italy recently, you can buy them an Italian bottle of wine. It's more about the connection of why you're giving those things. So that's like stuff that the show kind of tackles.
What about people who feel like they just want to be bougie on a budget? They just want to ball on a budget.
Oh, well, you could do that too. I mean, you could do that too. I mean, that's sort of the whole show. Again, it's like I got 3 kids. I'm married with 3 kids, man. I got a bougie ass wife. So I got kids in private school. I can't afford nothing to ball out in.
I know how to ball on a budget now. Let me tell you something.
You have to be able to ball on a budget, especially right now. You got to be able to ball.
Louis Vuitton bag I bought with points from my credit card.
That was a long time ago.
But listen, I'm so cheap though.
You get so much stuff sent to my house, so she had to pay taxes. Yo,
I am cheap. I do, because Envy lives in Jersey. I live in Brooklyn, and you don't have sales tax in Jersey. So every time I order stuff, I send it to Envy's house. It's also good because somebody's always there to accept the package.
There'll be dumb packages come to my house. I'll be like, what the hell?
I do.
That's how you keep the money, though. That's how you keep your money.
But I'm so cheap about certain things, and I don't know why. Like, I won't get my own Netflix account. I use my friend Janae's Netflix.
Look at that. That's just ridiculous.
And I don't know why I do that.
$3,000 shoe.
That's just like egregious on the air. That's like some FCC violation.
Certain things, like I hate paying for parking in the city. It's so expensive. I'll take the train everywhere, because I don't want to have to drive somewhere and pay to have to park.
I'm not mad at that, though. I'm not mad.
And I use coupons for everything. I just found out they have coupons online for the airport. So when you park at the airport, they have like $4 off. I don't pay. Like I use coupons for everything. I have them all like in my car.
That's a good thing though, because like she obviously is paying for what she wants.
Right. Exactly.
That's what the show upscale is about, because these aren't necessarily needs.
No, it's really that. And the cool thing about the show, I think, is like it's not just about things that cost money. Like we did a whole episode on date night, like upscale your date night, where we did just a segment on etiquette. You know what I mean? So that's not even about a money thing. It's just, hey, you can just do better in various areas of your life.
Like what? Give us some examples.
Yeah, etiquette is something our culture definitely needs to improve on.
Like for sure. And like, for example, it was talking about like when you get to the table with your girl or your man, like don't start Instagramming the food. You know what I mean?
I hate when people do that.
You know what I mean? Like nowadays, everybody got to post their lobster tail. Hashtag no.
Hashtag date night with babe. Date night with babe.
So that's sort of how, you know what I mean? So it's stuff like that, like pulling the chair out, how you take care of the bill when you're done with your food, how you call it,
what silverware you use.
All of that stuff.
How much do you tip?
Like how much do you tip?
How you butter your bread? How you actually cut the food?
Back to Instagram though, that has nothing to do with the actual food though. People just want to show off.
They want to show what they're doing.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
You think so? Now sometimes for me, I like to, if the food's really good,
or if the food looks good,
to post it to like support a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
But you have like an audience now. I'm talking about people that have like 2 followers. Right. You know, so like they just post a lot to show off.
Y'all gotta try this.
Is an audience, Prentice.
It is these days. You're right. It is these days.
Now I saw you on Instagram. You said the Queen Maxine Waters.
Oh man,
was your woman crush?
Oh man.
What about Queen Maxine turns you on? Because I got to think for older women too. I love Patti LaBelle.
I'm not mad at that at all. I used to, you know what? I love what I love about Maxine is like after all the things that happen, right? It's just like if people are just so egregious right now. Yeah. I mean, just so reckless. It's like it's all just being like unearthed. Like last night we were out at a bar and this white dude just came up and was like, "Black don't crack," and like tried to start touching my face.
Whoa!
And I was like, we were like,
by the way, that's not proper racial etiquette, white people.
It's not. You can't
just do
you
that.
can't. And I was with my publicist and my manager. They were like so bugged out that happened. I was like, this happens this is like nothing
that happens
new.
To you
it happens.
all the time?
I mean, it happens in terms of like those microaggressions. You know what I mean? Like it's
that's
just
not a microaggression.
So what did you do?
I was just like, yo, what the? Like, it was one of these where it was like you. It was like when you have goons and they sort of just rush in.
Yeah.
So it was like my manager, my publicist was like, "What the hell?" So it was like it was just so crazy.
Don't touch our nigga. How old did he think you was?
I don't know what he thought.
And said, "Black don't crack."
I don't know what he was. He was British, so I don't know if that meant like that was like in
different sense of personal space.
It was just all weird. But it was like that type. But yeah, like from the Maxine Waters of it, it's just like again, it's just so crazy right now. So I was just proud of how she handled herself and put it down. You know what I mean? Like, so
she made us proud.
She did. She really did.
Yeah, it's interesting that you're the showrunner of Insecure because I feel like women are really leading like this charge. They're really leading the resistance against this administration.
For sure.
And I feel like shows like Insecure in a strange way help. Like it helps to see somebody like Issa have her own show.
Absolutely.
And to have these women of color at the forefront of this show.
Even The Hustle was very empowering for women because the lead character on that was a female manager.
She was.
I never saw the show, so I don't even.
I used to watch the show. And I just want to tell you, on my notes right here, it says that it also received the NAACP award.
It did get an image award. It did. Yeah, it did for best director.
See, stop being a hater.
You took
I've seen every episode.
With was on The Hustle.
He was the
What's his name?
Elan.
Alon
Plays Daniel. Yeah.
There was a role for that.
Charlamagne is really into them shows. Girlfriend, like
he goes hard. He goes hard.
I got a wife.
He should have been a female.
I'm not
like
without his wife. He into them shows.
No, that's not true. Like my wife put me on the Girlfriends. Insecure, I watched that.
You watch Girls?
Because I watch Girls.
You mess with girls?
I love Girls.
I like Girls
This season
also.
of Girls is really dope, but nobody cares. I don't know why, but
I think people are still. I mean, it's the last season,
It is the last
we already
season,
know she was pregnant from when they were filming it.
Right.
Because social media ruined some of that.
He don't watch Homeland. He don't watch Game of Thrones. He don't watch no man shows.
Now, Prentice, would you have forgiven Issa Rae?
For as my girl?
Yeah.
If I was Lawrence? Nah.
yes. Now we know we're going for season 2, baby.
Hell
Yes.
Nah.
First episode, I want Issa in a fetal position, crying, eating ice cream, listening to Beyonce.
She called it L thing of the season. She called a hard L.
Yeah, she did.
It's so funny because even like that last scene, it almost didn't even make the episode. The show was supposed to end just with the Best Buy shirt in the closet,
right.
And we were like, oh, we'll open season 2, him like piping down Tasha, and then it was like, yo, we may not get a season 2. Let's just throw it in now, and so it wasn't even uber planned out that way. And then obviously people responded in a crazy way.
Well, then she need to go call up that producer she was banging, her ex, and just get back with him. He was a good catch.
See why?
No, I'm kidding.
It's so funny though because women who I run into when we talk about that, they cake up for her, and I was like,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Absolutely.
But Prentice, the real thing is this: in real life, when men cheat, they act like we're supposed to forgive them all the time. Like we're weak if we don't take our man back for a little cheating. You know what I'm saying?
But men are, I don't disagree, but men are just wired different. Like we can compartmentalize the moment. If y'all do it, there's some emotional thing missing.
See, now you're having some type of double standard here.
No, it's just real how we're wired. We're just wired
where's this wiring?
Men cheat
Show
for
me
ego.
the wiring.
So much wiring.
Men cheat for ego, women cheat for emo. You cheated with a dude you like the dude.
That's real.
But I think what it is the tables have turned because you don't very often see that on television where the woman...
You don't.
So men are horrified because they're horrified about that in real life. Women, we're so used to it
I think
that we don't make it that big of a deal. If he would have cheated on her, like when he saw her, at the bank, we would have just been like, oh, okay, I mean, he cheated, he better not tell her. But she didn't have to tell him. She confessed it. Because he didn't know.
She didn't really confess, though.
They saw each other.
She was going to the grave. No, she was going to the grave with that. She just got caught and got busted. Yeah. But she wasn't
really get caught.
Men got intuition too,
She could have just said he texted me. He didn't know what happened.
But he sprung it on her so hard. She wasn't prepared.
Because what would a man have done?
A man would have had 5 stories already.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's so different. And I think that's why men were so mad about it. But as a woman, we're like, well, we don't ever get represented. Women cheat too. Let's be clear.
It is, but I watch this show now, man.
You never watch Insecure?
Man, you don't watch it.
You don't care about black people.
No.
You don't care
gotta
about
get
black
in.
people.
You gotta get in,
He
man.
don't watch nothing black. He don't watch Empire.
You better start
watching.
Just watch
Blackish.
it. Catch up.
He don't watch Atlanta. He don't watch Insecure.
I watch Homeland. I don't have much time. I watch Homeland. I watch Game of Thrones.
You got a big family. I get it, man.
I got 5
get
kids,
it. I get
you know,
it.
it's
I
hard.
get it.
The kids will love Insecure.
Is there still a lot of resistance for black content in the TV world?
I mean, you know, it's always this thing. There's an article that came out recently that said like 60% of the viewership of like Insecure Atlanta and Blackish are all white.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, it seems like now things are moving in a certain direction, but I've been around long enough to know, like, when they was making Boys in the Hood and Men's Society, it was like, oh, here's a whole renaissance, and then it wasn't.
Right.
And then in the 90s, like the 2000s, it was like, here they come, like when they was making Two Can Play That Game and Brothers and all that stuff. It was like, here they come, and then it was like they don't. So I'm cautiously optimistic that it will happen, but I'm always like, it kind of goes in cycles. So right now we're in a cycle. I hope it continues. But in the world now where like stuff is streaming and online and digital,
there's
many more
outlets,
platforms to for sure get your stuff out there. You know what I mean? So
behind the scenes, are there a lot more people of color, you think, working in Hollywood, or you think it's still the same?
No, I mean, I think it's certainly more opportunities, which again, I mean, just having, you know, bigger numbers of black shows and shows people of color, like you get more people who are, you know, higher up behind the scenes. But I mean, it's still just a smaller number compared to, again, like the people that run Homeland and The American. I mean, it's just like in the world of that world. And I always like, it's like the Negro leagues and then there's the major leagues. And you're always trying to figure out how can I be the Jackie Robinsons of that. You know what I mean?
Now, you named a lot of films, though. It seemed like in the 90s, there was a lot of black TV shows.
For sure.
Yeah.
Martin, like
Living
Single.
Martin, Living Single,
Yeah, absolutely.
Living Color.
All that
Fresh
stuff.
Prince.
But same with that, right? It was like 2000, they had like the All of Us and the Eves and
Wayne's Brothers.
Wayne's Brothers. But then around 2006, they stopped, right?
Yeah.
And then they was all gone. It was just the game for the longest. And then there was nothing until Blackish came. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that was like a 6-8 year gap. Like I worked with Kenya who did
Empire.
Blackish. You know what I mean? Right, but I'm saying, but that all kind of culminates in like a kind of a similar time. So hopefully this will continue. I mean, again, you just never.
Why did we never get any closure for Girlfriends?
Well, here's what happened.
My goodness.
Here's what happened. We were that was gonna be the last year, but it was the writer's strike hit. So we had a season that was gonna be built out, that was gonna have Tony come back. And
No!
Is that good?
Yes, that's great.
Okay,
He's upset it never happened.
No, we had a whole arc being built about her coming back and repairing stuff with Joan and Joan getting married and having getting pregnant possibly.
You need a bro hug over there, bro.
No, because it ended
Are
on
you
what
crying?
season?
Charlamagne, are you crying?
No,
his voice got a little shaky. His voice got a little shaky.
because
bro hug.
the way it
My man over
ended,
here is like, yo, what's going on?
the way it ended, it just didn't end with anything.
That's why.
It ended so open-ended.
That's exactly why.
I need
That's
closure.
Exactly why. That's
Like,
exactly
I was
why.
gonna swing on Kelsey Graham if I ever saw him in the street. Like, why you ain't bring back another
Nah, Kelsey
season?
was just cashing checks, man. Kelsey,
He had nothing to do with that.
I mean, he did in the beginning, but he was just cashing checks.
How do we get Girlfriends back for another season? I know Tracy's on Blackish, but I just want a movie or something. We just need some closure, bro.
You got to talk to Mara, man. Mara Bucket Kill, man. It's her show.
You
man.
know now's the time to do it.
It is. It weirdly, but again, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know who's caking up for that as hard as you.
No, man, it's the longest running sitcom ever.
It's 8 years.
8
It's
years.
A long
You hear this
time.
guy?
It's a long time.
Listen, it's rumored if they can do Sex in the City movies, and I know Girlfriends wasn't big in Sex in the City, but Girlfriends got a cult-like following.
It does.
And you look at how big Tracy is now.
Yeah, no.
With Blackish.
It's so crazy.
A Girlfriends movie right now.
It's so crazy.
Come on, bro.
I'll talk to Mara, man. See what we can do.
We're gonna
2 hour
try to
TV
make it
special.
happen.
I love it. 2 hours.
Why don't you just write
know,
us?
BT might do that. You know, they did like New Edition.
Yeah,
Who knows? Like, they might.
man.
They might.
Well, what about you, Prentice?
This
any
guy's crazy,
other
man.
shows that you're gonna pitch, like, for you, besides the fact that now you're in front of the camera and everything?
Yeah. It's still all new, but I'm trying to direct a movie this year, so we'll see what happens. We're out trying to pitch that right now.
Oh, so you already have the movie that you want to?
I wrote, yeah.
You wrote it.
I wrote
Okay.
it, so trying to direct it at some point this
Don't
year.
forget the
We'll see
people
what
that was with you when you did The Hustle, man.
happens. The Charlamagne, like y'all hold stuff down. I always appreciate y'all support, man. Y'all like for real.
Word.
Yeah, so go back and check out The Hustle.
You can't find The Hustle
Listen,
nowhere.
I enjoyed the
seen it
show.
one
I
time.
watched it. Yeah, I watched all of them. So
It was like I said, it was fun to do. It was cool. Found Alon, who's obviously an Insecure, and the other guy who was the other rapper is on Ballers.
Yep.
So-
Yeah, he's on
See?
Ballers.
Yep.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs on there,
Jeff Freddie Gibbs,
Jadakiss.
Jadakiss, like Travis Porter, a bunch of people.
Travis Porter was on there?
Chuck English.
Yeah,
go back and check it. All right, so now let's talk. So Upscale with Prentice Penny.
Yes.
It's on True TV.
Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. It's the only brother on the network. So
I learned a lot about salt.
You did. We did a cooking episode where we just upscaled just salt and pepper. You know what I mean? So it was a whole segment about spices.
I'm gonna check that out.
I always use Himalayan pink salt.
There's a lot of insecure connections that true though, because you over there. Amanda's
over there. Amanda has a pilot over there trying to get going called Smart, Funny, and Black, which is hella good. And,
based off her web series.
Yeah, based off her web thing. Yeah. And but every episode we do like a new topic every week. So I think this week is like entertaining at home. So we like I basically talk about like, I grew up like when I was in college I entertained with like pizza, like drinking out of red cups. But now it's like we doing charcuterie instead of pizza. We're like doing real cocktails in glasses instead of red cups. Stuff like that. So
don't you think it's fly though when everybody know you got a little money but you still pull out the red cup? Or
of
you
course,
still call Papa John.
Well, it's like seeing Jay, when he's still like on a yacht with a red cup.
Yeah, man. That's flyer to me.
It is dope. It is dope. But at a certain point too, you gotta like put your big boy pants on. You know what I mean? And do like grown up stuff. You know
How do you since she's talking about etiquette, a guy called up here this morning. Do we have that phone call in?
What my man say? What my man say?
I already know.
No, he don't explain it. Let him hear the phone call first.
Is this your boy? Is this your boy or something?
We want to give some etiquette about just like kind of like hygiene.
I have a podcast with my wife.
Nah, let him play the call.
Envy, there's no explain.
Hold on, here you go.
So dude called the podcast. Okay, here we go.
And I'm mad at DJ Envy because I was listening to his podcast yesterday, and he tried to say all men don't wipe their butt good.
All men don't wipe their butt good.
This is what I said on the podcast. I said when a lot of men wipe, sometimes they wipe until their hand gets tight, arm gets tight, and they don't wipe all the way.
Do they change the paper or do they use the same paper to keep wiping?
They change the paper, but your arm gets tight, so sometimes you just jump in the shower.
So you might just have like hella like.
You might have a little
like
crumbs stain every once in a while, but you jump in the shower.
Hella ass crumbs, hella shit.
We're on Upscale right now.
Right.
Go.
I would say. Like, first off, let's just get some toilet paper. Let's just
two
start
ply
like
or
base,
one ply?
Like a base. I mean, any ply. It don't matter. It's like the job just needs to get finished.
Plies.
Yeah, just like
one ply,
two ply Saturday. Yeah, I would just say.
We talked about using wipes, but I said sometimes wipes make your butt wet.
You should use a wipe.
No, I agree. I don't like the wet.
Try to follow up with
yeah,
wet,
but then you
paper.
wipe yourself after you use the wipe. You don't leave it wet.
No, I just think you should just wipe in general, like as a thing. It should just be like.
Just jump in the shower.
Or just wipe.
Yeah.
Like, just wipe.
Do guys dab like the tip of their penis with toilet paper after they pee, or they just pull their pants up?
No.
This don't sound like Upscale.
No, this is for sure downscale right here.
Yeah, I know it's Upscale.
Downscale.
Because what if there's still little droplets?
You shake.
No, it's not like y'all. Y'all got to do the whole.
Yeah, we have to.
Like my daughter got to do all that stuff now. Yeah. Nah, if I see a dude take a toilet paper and dab the tip of his penis, I'll be like, yo, I can't hang with this cat no more.
You need to go to a doctor, bro.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, homie. We can't kick it no more like this. I don't know what's about to go down.
My goodness, Prentice Penny.
When does Upscale come on?
Tuesdays, 10 o'clock, True TV.
How many episodes is it going to be this season?
We did 12, so we're checking. We got about 10 more to go.
All right, next season we're going to be on Upscale.
For sure, anytime.
I want to be on Insecure.
Hey, man, come on, man. We start filming Monday. Come on out.
So come by.
Y'all got rappers and stuff on there. They got to come by the Breakfast Club or something.
We do.
When's that come back?
Put the Breakfast Club back
July
on there.
23rd.
July 23rd.
With Game of Thrones.
All right.
So Emmy can watch that. So Emmy can watch. It's Game of Thrones, Ballers Us.
Should be the other way
It's a
around.
nice lineup.
Should be Game of Thrones, Insecure, then Ballers. Yeah, but that's cool.
We'll talk to him.
All right. It's Prentice Penny. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in